There was a number of other questions around how all this transpired. They took it to the full 60 days that they were entitled to. Yep. I got no answer. Then 60 days later, I got a response saying, under the legislation, we're entitled to another 30. We're taking that. So they took that 30 days. That 30 days came and went. I heard nothing, so I put in an official complaint with the Privacy Commissioner. And the Privacy Commissioner, I guess must have made an inquiry last week. And now I get another letter back from that office basically saying that the Privacy Commissioner is going to give them another 30 days. So that means now that we're going to be into basically 4 months at a minimum, assuming we get it within the next 30 days, will be 4 months trying to get some, fairly basic questions answered as to how this managed to take place.
Okay.
In the meantime, we still have a situation where there's work going ahead. There's equipment in there as we speak. Certainly it was in there last week doing work. We got a full-fledged road put through. And, I was asked by some residents just recently, or some cottage owners, and there are a few residents, not a lot, but, okay, well, does that mean that the land freeze has been lifted in that area? Because if they're going ahead, it must be. So I contacted Crown Lands a couple of weeks back, and I was told, no, there's still a land freeze. I said, oh, is that right? I said, well, how can this development be going ahead if there's still a land freeze?
That's a very good question.
And well, this is private land. I said, yeah, but a lot of this private land was once Crown land, and that's what we're trying to find out how this happened.
Is the timeline as to when it became private land? That's a very good question. Paul, do me a favor. Send me a timeline of your access to requests. I'm very curious, and I'll try and find out if they can actually, if the legislation allows them to delay it for so long, because waiting for 4 months for an answer for all the constituents, no matter where they live in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, is quite important, because they are, I'm guessing, they want a different quality of life, and that's why they decided to put a cottage there in the first place. We're going to go to our next caller, though. Thanks for keeping this on our radar. Have yourself a good weekend and drive very safely on that road down at Trinity Bay de Verde.
Yeah, thank you, Jonathan. I will. And the only last point I just want to make related to this is that
super quick.
There is a full-fledged road gone in there, and that has gone through Crown land, not private land, through Crown land. I asked the question, how could that happen if the land is frozen, and I was told roads are different.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
So that's crazy in my mind. So anyway, I'm going to keep it up, and as I said, I'm going to keep the feet to the fire, and we're going to get some answers.
That's great. I don't know if you heard me earlier quoting you about the feet to the fire, but I love it. Do it. Yep. Keep it up.
Okay, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jonathan. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.